What is up, guys? SoG Frost Bite here. I am back into Battlefield 3, and I haven't really been seeing that very much people that are actually pretty good, even though I am still kind of sketchy on some things. But I am getting back into it, and I am starting a new series called Battlefield 3 Tips and Tricks, where I will just show you how to get good with each gun, or just give you the basics of each gun. Basically, we'll work it on from there, and maybe some strategies and whatnot. But anyways. This episode is about the F2000, which has the rate of fire of 850 rounds per minute, which is pretty good for an assault rifle. It is both automatic, full automatic, and semi-automatic. Usually when I use it, it's usually best at medium to short range. Although depending on what kind of scope you have, it can be good at long range, but you just really gotta burst fire it. The ammo is 30 rounds per magazine, with a 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO rounds, which is basic for most NATO assault rifles. What I think is best with is a suppressor, so that we don't get shown up on radar. The holographic sight, which is kind of pretty good for medium and close range. The red dot sight for like reflex, which is freaking amazing on this, but I just decided to use the Cobra on it because I haven't really used it that much. The infrared, or INRV, sometimes it can be good depending on what kind of map it is, like Tehran Highway, definitely good, especially for a team deathmatch. And Cobra, as you can see here. Tactical light, which I do recommend more than the suppressor, but the suppressor is pretty good if you just want to get multiple kills at once without being like seen. Grip, definitely always have grip on it, and heavy barrel with grip if you're gonna use heavy barrel, because well, you just get more accuracy and you get more damage onto the enemy. Now, for range, I would definitely go for short to medium range, but for range overall, out of 10, I'd probably give it maybe a 8 out of 10. For the damage, I would give it a 8 out of 10 again. Really, for the durability and mobility of the gun, it's probably a 7 out of 10, because it takes a little bit longer than it would like to reload than most guns, but it's a fairly decent, quick reloading gun. It takes maybe about 3 seconds to reload, maybe 3.5 for it to actually do a reload when you like really put in a whole clip in somebody. But overall, I probably give it a 7 out of 10, which is a C. But it is a pretty good gun. It's not the worst gun, but it's a pretty good gun. I would recommend using it, but only for just people that actually have it unlocked, not for people that like don't have it unlocked, because it's one of the last unlocks for the assault class. But let's just get on to like how you should use it. Okay, the way I usually use it is I just use it for long, medium, and close range, which is basically as much as it is. But when you're at close range, you probably want to hip fire it or use like close range scopes such as the Cobra or the reflex sight. Also, for the reflex sight, you could use it for medium to close range, for the holographic, medium to long range, and for the grip, which isn't really a sight, but it's overall I would recommend having the grip on it other than anything else, because it makes it a lot more accurate and it just makes it a lot better to use. Now, when you're hip firing, you probably want to be at least 3 to 4 feet away from the person that you're going to be killing, because once you get past that 5 feet max, you're really not going to be able to get that accurate at that kind of range. But anything above 5 feet, you want to aim in. No matter what, you always want to aim in. Mostly because you're going to be spamming it, and you're probably not going to be hitting that much people. Now, especially with this gun, if you're going to die, you always, actually with any gun, you always want to mark somebody before you try and attempt to kill them, because if you do die, your teammates will be able to see them and they'll be able to shoot back at them as you're dead or as you're going to be dying, because they're going to be there. Now with the assault class, what I recommend is having an M9 tact light. Probably squad ammo proficiency, so you get more ammo with you. And med pack, because you always, like right now, I deployed it and I got my health back. On the map, like for map placement, you always want to get as high as you possibly can, because you can see more people, and you can just hit people a lot quicker. It doesn't take that much. But I recommend having heavy barrel instead of suppressor, because it kind of reduces the damage and it kind of makes the bullet drop a lot more. But with heavy barrel, it takes a lot more accuracy, or it has a lot more accuracy. But with the grip, it just kind of makes it even out, so it's a lot better. So basically, if you have a grip, good scope that I have recommended, and a heavy barrel, you're gonna be a monster with this gun. And not very much people do this, but you always want to strafe and always try and flank your enemy. You always want to do that. But if you're gonna flank them, if you're a flanker, always use a suppressor. Always use a suppressor, and also don't forget to mark your enemies with the back button before you try and attempt to kill multiple people at once, because if you do fail, which sometimes you probably will, at least your teammates will actually be able to know what's going on and actually be able to see it. Now this is probably one of the fastest rate of firing gun or assault rifles in the assault class, or guns overall in this game for now that actually came with the game, not in the new games or maps and that kind of stuff. I mean, I will be doing some more reviews of them later. Basically, overall, just take into consideration what I've told you and recommended to you, because it will help you in the future. Because it's helped me out. I have been getting a lot of kills with this gun. So thanks guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and or leave a comment of what you think I should do next for a tips video. And yeah, don't forget to comment, rate.